Hello, welcome to GSF Weekly. This is Alf Joaquin, the host. Still getting used to this. So we have a lot of things to talk about in 10 minutes. And I actually just got back from a game. It's a Thursday night, Gunn versus Homestead. A lot of you probably don't know this, but I'm a Gunn alum. I went to Gunn High School, and so it was nice to see the Gunn Titans in action tonight. I actually found out about the game just today, so shout out to Twitter for that. But anyways, before we move on to that, I have some really cool things to show you guys. Last week's games, we got to talk about last week's games. We do not have a game of the week this spring. No. The reason for that is being we just can't do our normal thing, and it's just not going to be the same. So I figured no game of the week. There's a lot of improvising this year, but hey, we got some games. 3 games last week. Went to St. Francis, San Benito. Great game. Went down to the wire. I got to talk about a couple of players. Camilo Arquette. We did a feature on him, and if you are following our YouTube and our new Twitter, GSF Unlimited, you'll see the link. Make sure to subscribe to our new YouTube channel, by the way, and our actual GetSportsFocus YouTube channel. We're going to be doing a lot more personal stuff with the new channel, but Camilo, dude, 13 carries, 111 yards, and a touchdown. But the thing that was really impressive is that he was on defense as well, and he made some key tackles, including the last one that put the game away. So, actually, 2 tackles towards the end of the game. One was on 4th and goal. San Benito needed no, it wasn't 4th and goal. It was 4th and inches, and Camilo made a stop that led to a field goal try where I believe Anthony is his name, blocked a field goal, and it was scooped up by his teammate number 28, Anai. I hope I'm saying your name right. But great job on a scoop and score. That gave St. Francis the momentum, but San Benito just would not go away. They just kept coming back. Soto is a player. I like their number 23 and number 7 too. He was unstoppable with the ball. I mean, they were throwing these quick passes to the outside, and they were advancing the ball that way. But anyway, San Benito, they had one last shot, and the QB just went on a scramble, and Camilo hit him out of bounds, and St. Francis won. So he was pretty impressive. I mean, Camilo's only a junior, and like I said, we did a feature on him. Great timing, right? So great job, Camilo. Valley Christian Sarah. Hassan the Missile Mahassin. Dude went off. 2 touchdowns, big plays. He touched the ball twice, he scored twice. And what's really impressive with Hassan is the way he worked during the offseason. Obviously, he got 2 extra months, but he is bigger, he is faster, and speed kills. He's going to do some damage against Sacred Heart Cathedral this weekend. And I mean, I don't know how much the first stringers will play, but yeah, Hassan the Missile Mahassin. Check out the catch. Check out this one right here is just impressive, and great job to the O-line too for blocking. Sarah won, by the way. It was kind of a thriller. Jurian Dickey had 2 touchdowns. I think they should have given him the ball more because he looked unstoppable to me too. But they lost to the Sarah Padres, 33-26, I believe was the final score. And but Hassan Mahassin, very impressive. He took away a lot of the attention, which left everybody else open. And so you're gonna see that in the documentary.
This game because our senior group has never beat Burlingame, and they got a good squad, and I know we wanted it bad, and I think it really showed. We were hitting kids, and they really had nowhere to go when they ran the ball.
It was a dogfight, We just had to come out and play.
just means everything to me to be able to have this opportunity to play. I thank everyone that gave us this opportunity, coaches, administration, the state, everyone that gave us this opportunity. I thank so much because it means everything to me, the seniors, and the rest of the guys on the team.
Sacred Heart Prep Burlingame, Paul Barton, the lacrosse player. First-time player. This guy is impressive. We actually put together a little feature on him. He had 7 receptions, 99 yards, and a touchdown. That's really all they needed because it was a shutout. Teddy Purcell, the QB, he's grown. I like him. He's a solid player. I hope he gets an offer to a D1 school because I think he could play. You know, he had 255 yards, 20 for 30, and a touchdown. But like I said, that's really all they needed. One impressive thing was a 4th and 29 situation. Teddy rolled to his left and just threw a freaking bullet to number 7, Cap Williams. And Williams just put his hands up and just caught the ball for the first down. And actually, he took it maybe 7 more yards. But Teddy, yeah, he's legit. He's a senior now, so he's a lot more accurate from what I saw, you know. But like I said, it was Burlingame. It was a shutout, but man, their defense is pretty sick. So no game of the week, which means no MVP or Playmaker game of the week. But check this out. This is what I decided to do. I'm gonna give an MVP and a Playmaker based on those names that I just read off. So Playmaker, tough one. Paul Barton. Man, he had 7 catches, 99 yards, and a TD. Hassan had 2 touchdowns, 2 touches. He actually had over 100 yards too. I gotta go with Hassan. Hassan the Missile Mahasan from Sarah High. You're gonna get the Playmaker shirt. And so who's the MVP? I gotta go with the St. Francis Lancers running back, linebacker combo. He plays both ways. He also returns kicks, punts, and kickoff returns. So he's my MVP of the week. I got to give it to Camilo. Congratulations to Camilo Arquette, the GetSportsFocus Week 1 MVP. You're an MVP. You're going to get the shirt. So there you go. And like I said, there's a feature on Hassan and there's a feature on Camilo. Great timing. That was not planned at all. Okay, so here's what I saw, by the way. So let's talk about what I saw last week. I saw a lot of collaboration. I saw a lot of people coming together and making it work. So shout out to the schools, shout out to the admins, shout out to the coaches, the players, the parents, for just executing the week and the weekend, because I think that's important for everybody to do so that we can move on to a more normal thing, you know, to get back into our old ways. But I really had a really good experience at St. Francis, at Sarah Valley Christian, and at Sacred Heart Prep. They were the host schools for the 3 games that I covered. So great job, and I'm looking forward to this weekend again. So let's see. This week there's some sad news. I want to mention that one of the Playmakers, GSF All-Star Basketball, that played a few years back. His name is Oscar Fryer. He passed away earlier this week, and that was crazy because we were a big fan of Oscar and Moreau Catholic, Coach Knight. You know, that one class that went to state. Really sad news. You know, it's crazy. I mean, he just played in the tournament, and then he got into an car accident with, I believe, his sister and his girlfriend. I was reading the article on Yahoo. They actually called us to use one of the interviews that our Edwin Wise, one of our former GSF sports entertainment hosts, did with Oscar, and so they used a little snippet of that. So shout out to KPIX for reaching out to us. And I put a link on that below, and obviously you're seeing a little bit of it here. But yeah, man, it's unfortunate. And there's also a young man who passed away last Friday. He collapsed during a football game. I think his last name was Antwi. I could be wrong, but it's also in the news, and it's just sad to hear things like that. So I guess moral of the story is like, you know, man, you never know when it's your time. So make sure you make the most out of your experience. And I know a lot of you, especially you seniors, are taking advantage of this time right now because, man, if it wasn't for the effort that was put into this movement to get things back, to get you guys back to play, I mean, I don't think you guys would be playing right now. But hey, we're here, we're covering you guys are playing, and I'm really glad that this is happening. So this week I'm going to be at Sarah's Sacred Heart Cathedral on Saturday. We're following the Sarah Padres again this year. Been getting a lot of really cool footage, and we're going to keep it going. Season 2 of Padre football coming at you this summer. But it's senior day for Sarah, and so, you know, it's going to be nice to, it's going to be interesting how they're going to do it, because their senior day usually involves a lot of hugs, a lot of families. I don't know how they're going to do it this year. It's going to be interesting, but I'll be there. We're going to cover the Sarah Padres, and if there's a night game on Saturday, I'll probably check that out too. So here we go. Gunn High School, Homestead High School, Thursday night showdown. Let's start with this. Let's see some highlights.
That's the proudest performance I ever had of a football team in my entire life. So proud of you guys. How those jerseys feel, how does the tears feel, how does that blood feel that we left on these jerseys last year? How does it feel? Okay, how does it feel? You went out there and you beat a champion. That was a champion. They didn't quit. They battled to the end. So when you beat the man, guess who's the man now? So everybody's gonna be pointing at us. But I'm gonna wait on that later, because I'm eternally grateful for the work that you guys put in, putting up with me, putting up with each other, putting up with teachers, putting up with parents, putting up with a pandemic, putting up with 14 months, putting up with breaks. That all seems like a long time ago, doesn't it?
Last year's wounds still fresh, it seems like, but Gunn came out focused and determined. Homestead, however, they came out and they kind of picked up where they left off. Check out the 70-yard scoop and score by Thomas Nye. It was a fumble in the snap exchange, and Homestead took advantage of it. But Gunn High School, Richard Jackson the fourth, the dude balled out. He had over 130 yards in the first half, 3 touchdowns. He finished with 20 carries, 168. He also got a fumble recovery, which you'll see later on. But Gunn looked really solid. I mean, their offense is hard to stop. And the reason for that is because they execute. It's all about execution when you're running this offense. And Coach Miller is doing a really, really good job with that. James Lambert, the QB, I think he's a junior, but he had a 53-yard touchdown. Kevin Green had the 53-yard touchdown reception from Lambert. And he also had a keeper in the fourth. They have a small roster, but they have some playmakers. Corey Halada, hope I'm saying his name right. Corey Halada, he had 9 carries, 78 yards, and a forced fumble. That was Richard Jackson the fourth getting that fumble recovery. But overall, Gunn played well. They looked focused. I think they want to go undefeated this year. But Coach Miller's been doing a really good job. Homestead is a legit team. Homestead is good, and they just made them look bad in this game. And I'm sure Homestead's going to rebound and fix things up. But this game was Gunn. This was all Titans. 42-12 was the final. Shout out to Ethan for the stats as usual. Follow him on Twitter. He's a good dude. And And I'm sure you're going to hear about Richard Jackson IV's performance in the next GSF Weekly. All right, so before I wrap this up, I do want to show you guys this GSF Uncut interview with Coach Miller after the game. It's fresh off the SD card. Check it out. Just tell me about this squad and how you were able to keep them together during the lockdown and them coming out playing like this.
A lot of credit to our kids, and frankly, they did some stuff that they weren't supposed to do. They were beating on their own and doing things on their own and doing things virtually. I had so little to do with them staying together. Credit goes to the team captains that kept them together, and they've been waiting on this for 14 months. We lost the league championship game to Homestead, and that was the final time we took the field before the pandemic. So the guys have been waiting to wear these jerseys again and to go ahead and redeem themselves.
And I was going to ask you about Jackson. He's a special player. He never leaves the field, it seems like. But talk about his performance today.
Well, Jackson's been with me for 3 years. He started as a sophomore, had growing pains, played as a junior, had growing pains. But throughout that time, he played both sides of the ball. He put on 30 pounds in the off season. He's a guy that's focused on getting to college and opening recruiters' eyes. He has been patient, waited his turn, and he's getting all the glory that he deserves.
And anything you want to say about your defense? Seems like everybody's going 2 ways or 3 ways.
That's how we play football, so we play both ways. We play all 3 ways. When I first got here, our offense was decent and our defense was atrocious. So we've made it our mission to be a respectable defense, and I think we've got there tonight against a top-flight offensive team.
Just so you know, I'm a Gunn alum, so this makes me proud that you guys are doing really well. But talk about the support that you get from the school, the community. I'm sure you would like to see more of that.
We get amazing support from our administration. Our superintendent is a former football coach. Our principal is an athlete. We get tremendous support, and online, the Gunn community has embraced us. We just keep building. We've rebranded ourselves as the Big Red. We try to take that mentally and kind of live off of that term, and that just kind of describes everything we do.
All right, Coach, congratulations.
Okay, thank you so much.
All right, GSF Uncut, number 2, Coach Miller, great job. Looking forward to hearing more about Gunn High School success. I'm sure they're going to keep it going. The Gunn Titans, my Gunn Titans. I think that's it. That's it for this week. Week 1 is a wrap. GSF Weekly 2 is a wrap, actually. Looking forward to GSF Weekly number 3 next week. I'll try to get it out earlier in the week, but we got to hit because we got a game tonight. Tomorrow we're going to have a game, and then Saturday we're going to have a game, and it's possible that we might get a 4th game. Okay, so I'll keep you guys posted. Make sure to follow and subscribe to all our social media and YouTube, obviously. And that's about it. See you guys next time.